Today, I'm gonna be going over with you how you can get more deals under contract with sellers and what I think a lot of people are doing wrong, because this is what I was doing in the beginning and why I couldn't get a lot of deals. It's just one simple method to tweak how you come at the sellers and basically how you get the property under contract. But before we get into that, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos. Hit that bell notification so you're notified when I drop more videos. All right, so I ain't gonna take a lot of time in this video. I just kind of want to change your thought process a little bit in the process of getting the deal under contract. You probably already know how to find your maximum allowable offer, your MAO, the amount that you should offer on the property. You find that amount, and once you find that amount, a lot of times there's a difference between that amount and what the sellers want for the property, and a lot of times you can't get the seller down to your number. I'm not saying to do this method off rip, but what I am saying is if you can't get them down to your number and you are in proximity of the number, for instance, let's say your number is 40,000 and they want to be at 50,000, that's in proximity. If your number is 40,000 and they want 120,000, that's not in proximity. You probably won't be able to make that deal or get that deal to the closing table. But if you are in that scenario and let's say your maximum allowable offer is around the 40,000 mark, what you want to do, you basically want to go on and get the property under contract at the 50,000, basically agreeing with the seller at the moment that the property is worth what they're saying and it needs the repairs that they're saying and that it has the value that they're saying, using your inspection period, your 10-day inspection period, as the time frame that you're gonna need to go out and find a buyer and find the actual value in the property, because maybe there's a value out there, maybe somebody out there might want to purchase it at that price, and if not, what you do is you market your property and then the seller is gonna come back to you with a price that they would buy it at. At that point, you could go back to the seller, renegotiate the contract at a lower price point. 9 times out of 10, most people that I've had to go back and renegotiate, they're gonna renegotiate because they don't want to go back having to market the property and sell the property again. If it's only a little bit off, you could present a offer that is ready to close. You got somebody ready to close. At that point, you're ready to go. It's not really being deceptive. It's really just a matter of utilizing what you have to in order to get the properties under contract. You want to get the properties under contract and then do your homework. Go out, find you a buyer, find out what the property is worth, and then once you have that amount, go back to the seller, renegotiate the deal down to where it needs to be, to where you can make some money, the seller's happy, the buyer's happy. The good thing about marketing your property to shoot you an offer might get more than you were expecting. A lot of people have the tendency to just make up all of these numbers, but there are different type of investors that invest in different ways and invest for different purposes. So that 70% rule minus repairs, minus whatever, works most of the time because it's gonna get it to the very lowest. In different situations, every property is different. Every situation is different, so you gotta treat them all as if they're different. Just being in agreement with the seller and not fighting them tooth and nail over every little issue. Sometimes that puts you in a better position in the long run and on the back end to be able to renegotiate because they trust you, because you've been in agreement with them all the time. And that's a big part of negotiation, is being in agreement with the seller. And when you're going through this process, if you got 40 in your mind and they got 50 and you just keep tug-of-warring with that $10,000, somebody's gonna lock that contract up at the price that they want, and they're gonna come back later on and either renegotiate it or they're gonna close it at that price. So you gotta be able to be that seller that could just close on every deal. You gotta know how to get into the deal. You gotta know how to exit the deal. And I'm just trying to help with little tips like these to kind of change your mindset when you're going in and talking to the sellers, to help you get a better understanding of how the deals are working. So I hope that helped. Until next time, peace.